Hi, Bill Russell from CrossFit Cleveland and Rocky River here with your workout details for Friday, April 10th. We've got a good end of the week wind down workout for you today. Your warm-up consists of 8 minutes of 10 good mornings, 10 torso twists, right and left, and 10 shoulder presses, just one arm shoulder press, 5 right and 5 left, just with a light weight. Then 10 goblet squats using the weight that you just used in the press. 10 lateral slalom hops, right and left equals 1, and 20 plank jacks on your forearms. So do that for 8 or 10 minutes, and then you're going to start your workout. The workout today is an AMRAP in 18 minutes of 10 goblet lunges with your right leg, followed by 10 shoulder presses with your right arm, then 10 goblet lunges with your left leg, and 10 shoulder presses with your left arm, and followed by 30 reps of an ab core movement. In each round, it's going to be different. First round, you'll do hollow rocks or hollow rolls. You can mix and match. Round 2, bicycle crunches. Round 3, 4-count flutter kicks. Round 4, ab mat sit-ups. And round 5, lying leg raises with a hip thrust. If you've completed round 5 before the 18-minute cap, round 6, you'll do hollow rocks or rolls again. If you're still going into round 7, it'll be bicycle crunches. You'll repeat those movements in the same order. You've got video demonstrations of all of these movements to follow. And if you're ready, set yourself a clock for 18 minutes, and 3, 2, 1, go. And have a great Friday.
Body weight good mornings. You're going to take these, your feet are just hip distance apart, and you're going to take your hips and you're going to move them back, keeping your head neutral and just slowly feeling that through your hamstrings. If you have at home a broomstick, or you want, I hope you have a broomstick. If you want a broomstick, you can put the broom on the back of your, and just do it that way. But it's not really necessary.
Torso twists. I like to hold a band out in front, but it's not necessary. Just hold your arms out, and you're going to turn around and point to the wall behind you, to the left and to the right is 1 rep. Keep your feet hip width apart, and as you turn, try to face as far around as you can. Back to the left and back to the right.
Hi, I'm going to demonstrate presses and push presses for you today. So I'm going to show you some different variations you can use in the house, but I happen to have 15-pounders right here. So with these, you want your feet right under your hips, and the dumbbells should be right on your shoulders. A strict press, and you want to keep your elbows in. A strict press, I'm just going to press straight up, and it's straight over my head. I'm not out front, we're out here, but you should be able to see your ears as what I would call looking through the window. So a strict press is right there, trying not to arch your back. I'm going to also show you using some household items that will work as well. So this is just a detergent. I'm just going to keep it right here, right in front of me, and same thing, straight up overhead, so that I'm full extension and my head is peeking through the windows. Behind my ears, right, like that. You can do that with anything. We also have a vinegar. This one's not open, so it's a little bit of weight. If you have any of these and you wanted to fill them with sand or pebbles, you can make your own. This might be one of my new favorite items I have. Is just a bag, a Lululemon bag, doesn't have to be Lululemon, filled with books. And you can fill them with heavy books or not. Again, same thing, right here and all the way up. If you're going to do a single arm, say you only have 1 dumbbell, or you wanted to use the bag 1, you could keep it here, again, keeping your elbow in and straight up. You can do that with a dumbbell, same thing, straight up. I'm going to demonstrate dumbbell push presses for you. So very similar to the press, Your weights are on your shoulders. I'm just going to take a little dip of into my knees, and I'm just going to push up. I'm pushing my heels into the ground, and I'm opening my hips at the top, and my arms are fully extended. Dip and a drive. Again, making sure that that weight is going straight up and not out in front of you. An example with our household items, again, using your legs, dip and drive. This is a perfect thing if you had a heavy bag of dog food. You could be doing that same thing. It's a dip and drive. Thinking about if you're putting something heavy on a shelf, this is the movement that you would use to safely do that. Hi, I'm going to demonstrate a goblet squat today, starting with the kettlebell. Remember, when you're picking up any kind of weight, you want to make sure that you're lifting it up properly and not just bending over to grab whatever it is you're grabbing. So I'm going to come down into my kettlebell, chest is up, and I am going to clean it right up. From here, keeping the weight close to your chest, just going to squat all the way down, keeping your chest up, weight is in your heels, and then standing straight back up. So these are goblet squats. If you don't have a kettlebell and you do have a dumbbell, you can use a dumbbell, holding it right here as if it was a kettlebell, keeping your elbows nice and in. This is what the goblet squat would look like. Everything else is going to be the same. My chest stays up, weight is in my heels, and I'm going to squat below parallel and come straight back up. You can use your laundry detergent that we've been using all week. I should be getting paid from all for this. Holding it nice and close and all the way down. Again, keeping my elbows in. If you wanted to hold it this way, you can do that as well. And now that's your goblet squat. If you don't have a detergent and you have a gym bag, you can load it with clothes or books or something heavy. If you're using books, I suggest padding it with a pillow or a blanket so that they're not wobbling on you. Again, picking it up properly. I'm going to hold it. You can either hold it like this or like this. Personally, I actually like it like this better. And we're squatting with it. All the movements are exactly the same, no matter what you're holding.
A slalom hop, you're going to go to the left and go to the right. That's 1 rep. You can do them as fast or as slow as you want. If you're going to do them slow, at least focus on a quick turnaround. That's the agility work. Just don't hop and then hop. You're not going to get much out of it. But if you bound over and back quickly, you'll get something out of it. I'm going to demonstrate plank jacks for you. There are 3 positions that you can do with the plank jack. The most common in our gym is on your forearms, like you were going to hold a plank hold. With your feet together, like a jumping jack in the plank position. Out, in, out, in. So out, 1, 2, 3. Remember, these are plank jacks, not pike jacks. So not sticking your butt up in the air, but trying to find that hollow. And they're meant to be done fairly quickly. You can also do the plank jack at the top of a push-up. When you do that, make sure you're corkscrewing your hands into the ground. Get a good position with your shoulders. Don't let them ride forward, but up, straight, plank, out, in, out, in, out, in. And the hardest, and it's a good challenge, try to do it at the bottom of a push-up. Hold yourself right off the floor. Those are 3 variations of plank jacks.
I'm going to demonstrate a stepping lunge for you. On these, you want to make sure that your knee is not going in front of your toe. You're going to go get the other knee all the way to the ground. All the way down, push up through the heel, and all the way back up. You can do these in place, or you can, if you're outside or you have a long room, you can do these as walking lunges. You just want to make sure that you're coming all the way back up and opening your hips at the top of each movement.
Hollow rock and rolls. That's where we put a hollow rock and a hollow roll together. So first I'll demonstrate a hollow rock. I like to find my hollow by lifting my legs up in the air so my lower back is flat on the ground. And I'm going to reach for my toes. Then I'm going to lower my legs and my arms to get into a gymnastic hollow position. Lower back on the ground, and I rock. 1, 2, 3. The range of that rock is not as important as focusing on keeping maximum tension through your core. So a rock is like a rocking chair. A hollow roll is like you were rolling over. Same hollow position. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3. Try to drive that movement from your core, not swinging your arms and legs around, but staying nice and tight. So a hollow rock and roll, and if you haven't done these before, they're much harder than they look, and they're very good for strengthening your core. I'm going to rock, and then I'm going to roll. That's 1 rep. Rock, and roll. If you can do more than 4 or 5 of those in a row, you're probably not being tight enough. So it's more important to have maximum tension through your core, maintaining that hollow position.
Bicycle crunches. All right, flat on your back, nice tight position of your core, shoulders off the ground. You're gonna come up, you're gonna bring your one knee to elbow, knee to elbow. Right, left is 1. All right, so right or left, that's 1. All right, try not to do this. You want to be pushing out, push out, keeping it nice and tight. Don't yank on your head at all. Just keep everything nice and tight and just solid, fluid movements.
Flutter kicks. Lying on the ground, we like to put our hands underneath our hips. Allows me to keep my lower back flat on the ground. I'm going to crunch up, shoulder blades off the floor. Point my toes, and 1. Just scissor kick. You can go big, high, or just little range. The key is to stay tight through your core. Today we're doing 4-count flutter kicks. So, some people have a difficulty going 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. If you're the type that counts every leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to have to count to 100 today to get 54 count. Don't worry, everybody's going to do the same amount of work. It's just how you count the reps.
I'm going to start with sit-ups. So if you have an ab mat, you can use your ab mat. Remembering, you can frog your legs and shoulders all the way to the ground and sit all the way up. If that's too hard, you can move your feet away or even up, and you can do the sit-up that way, or you can do a crunch. Lying leg raises with a hip thrust. So if you have a kettlebell or a ball or a dumbbell, something to hold on to, or your chair, you preferably to be holding on to something. So the chair is a little bit flimsy, but I'm going to show you what it looks like anyways on the chair for you, those of you who don't have anything solid to hold on to. You could use a dining room table leg. Let's get creative with this, guys. All right, right here, we're back into that hollow, up, thrust, and lower it back down slowly. Right here, if you can, hold it nice and tight. If you need to put your legs down, that's okay. But try to give it a good pause up at the top, okay? Up, pause, and down, pause. You're gonna do a walkout. Walk it all the way down, walk it all the way back up, and then a burpee. All the way up. That's one.